Joan, and today I'm going to be doing a bookish booktube tag type thing. And it's not an author-tube tag, it is a booktube tag, but you know what? Authors read and they write books, so I feel like it's still kind of fitting. So this is the answers that aren't books tag, and I saw my friend Anne do this over on her channel. I will leave the link to her video as well as the original down in the description below, so make sure you guys go check out those videos after this one. And there are 6 different questions for this tag, and all of your answers have to be something that aren't books. So let's just hop into it. So question number 1 is, what is something that you own way too many of other than books? Now my first answer would be notebooks. However, I still feel like that falls under like the bookish category. So something that I own way too much of that isn't books is probably like yarn. I have way too much yarn, and like I have a tub, like a big tub full of yarn that I haven't used, and I need to use it. Like I haven't bought any yarn in this past year except for what I needed for this lovely temperature blanket, which was granted a lot of yarn. But I have so much yarn that I need to get through before I let myself buy any more, so that is the thing. Yarn. Beanies. I also own a lot of beanies. So many beanies. But wait, there's still more. Plus these and 2 others that are in my kitchen counter that I don't feel like grabbing right now. I own a lot of beanies, and I will continue to crochet more beanies. I have a lot of beanies. Question number 2 is, what is something that you do for fun other than reading a book? And now I'm thinking about yarn, so like I crochet for fun, but I've also been helping out at a local community theater recently, which has been so nice. Like just being back in that like theater atmosphere has been so wonderful for me. So crocheting, music, theater, like any of those 3 things is what I do for fun besides writing and reading. So a lot of the times if I'm like not reading or not writing actively, I can be found on my couch like watching YouTube and just like crocheting away. Like right now I'm making a sweater. I didn't have a plan for this sweater. I just kind of am going to see how it goes. It's turning out a lot bigger than I thought it would, and a lot bigger than it needs to be. So we'll see what that looks like at the end. But that's like one of the things I'm working on right now is crocheting this sweater. All I have to do left is like the front like part that makes sleeves like here, and then the actual sleeves, and you still need to crochet those and sew them on. But yeah, like if I'm not writing or reading, I'm probably crocheting like at the moment. That's probably the biggest thing that I do for fun that's not reading, is crocheting. Haven't played a lot of music in a while. I really want to get back into that. And then I also am helping out backstage at a theater. So yeah, those 3 things. Question number 3 is, what is something special on your nightstand that's not a book? And I'll go ahead and pop up a picture of my nightstand here, which is filled with books. Most of that bookshelf is filled with books. The most important thing I guess on it besides books is probably like my water bottles, I guess, because you gotta stay hydrated. I normally keep one, I put one there at night, like as I'm falling to sleep. I'll like drink water as I'm going to bed, and then whatever's left I'll drink in the morning whenever I wake up. So like that's probably the most important thing on there. I mean, the fan is also kind of important to like fall asleep to some white noise if I ever need that, but probably the water bottles. I've always had water bottles on my nightstand. Like I don't remember a time where I didn't drink water while going to bed. Question number 4 is, what is something that you buy at a bookstore that is not books? And for the most part, I don't really go to bookstores that much. I'm trying to get through my physical TBR before I buy any new books, so I really haven't been going to bookstores or buying new books. The last time I went to a bookstore was literally just to look at book covers because I was stressing out so much about my book cover, and I just needed to like look at other book covers and figure out like what fits the genre and what I like and what I don't like about different book covers and the different aspects of the book cover. So like the last time I went to a bookstore, I didn't buy anything. I literally just went to look at book covers. Time before that, I went to the dollar bookstore, and where like it's all used books and all the books are $1. It is like a book lover's heaven. It is amazing, but all I bought there was books. So I guess in this case, if I go to a bookstore and I'm not buying a book, I'm probably buying a notebook. Maybe a bookmark, that's another thing, or probably like a hot chocolate, because there's like Starbucks inside of a bunch of Barnes and Nobles or like coffee shops inside. I'm always like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get a hot chocolate and like peruse the books, and I never do. So maybe I should start doing that, maybe. But yeah, most of the time I'm at bookstores, I kind of just only buy books. I guess I also look at the games. So there's like jigsaw puzzles, I always look at those. or the different games. So, I mean, there's a variety of things I could buy, but most of the time I don't because I like to save my money. I really don't like spending money. So I really only buy books at bookstores, but like if I had to go into a bookstore right now and buy something that wasn't a book, it would probably be a hot chocolate or like a jigsaw puzzle. One of those two things. Question number 5 is, what is a fun gift that you've received that isn't a book or a gift card to buy books? And that's a hard one. So the first thing that comes to mind goes back to this last Christmas. I had been trying to get the old keyboard that I had like growing up working. I like tried plugging it in, it didn't work. I tried putting batteries in it, didn't work. I unscrewed the back of it. I looked at the like little motherboard thing of the thing, and I was like, all right, why aren't you working? All the things were connected. There wasn't anything like corroding or anything. No, all the wires looked fine. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So if you jiggled around the cord inside of the keyboard just at the right angle, you could get it to work. So I had to like prop it up against a wall to try and get it to work. And like I'm telling my family all this, of course, because I just find it hilarious. I'm like, it really doesn't, but it didn't bother me. It was kind of annoying, but it didn't really bother me. But this last Christmas, my mom got me a keyboard that plugs in and it works. And honestly, it's like been the best thing ever, like being able to play piano again, because I live in an apartment on like the 2nd or 3rd floor and you can't really get an actual piano up a flight of stairs. Like it just doesn't work. So there's a bunch of people like on Facebook Marketplace giving away free pianos, and I'm like, I really want like a free piano, like a real piano, but I can't get it upstairs. So my mom got me a keyboard this last Christmas, and it's just been so great being able to play piano again and just brush up on those skills. So that's a thing, yeah. And then question number 6 is, what is a YouTube channel that you write that is not related to books? And for the most part, I don't watch booktube stuff. Like I don't watch book reviews, I don't do any of that. I do watch other author tubers, but I'm also going to kind of keep those out of this category because it's kind of the same, but it's also very different. So not booktubers and not author tubers. The main things that I watch on YouTube are like gaming videos. So the gamers that I currently watch, like right now, it fluctuates throughout the years. But like I'll watch Markiplier, Ethan, Crank Gameplays, GT Live, game theory stuff. Like I'll watch that type of thing. Descartes Games is currently one of my favorites. Just because of the vibes of their channel are so chill and so welcoming. Like those are the main things that I'm currently watching. And in like high school and college, I watched a lot of like family vloggers. I'm not really sure how I got into that part of YouTube, but I don't know. Like I watched a bunch of family vloggers for a while. I've kind of steered away from that, and just because I really don't have time anymore to, you know, really watch YouTube unless it's just kind of playing in the background. So right now I am rewatching Brian and Amelia, Descartes Games, play through their first playthrough of Detroit Become Human. Brian is the actor for Connor in Detroit Become Human, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So like I've already seen this playthrough from them, but it's just like a comfort series to watch for me. And the last question, question number 7, is tag 5 booktubers you want to learn more about. And I don't know any booktubers. So I'm not gonna tag anyone. I also don't really like, I'm never comfortable tagging people because I don't want to like be like, make this video. So if any of you guys out there are watching and would like to do this tag, please let me know down in the comments so I can go check out your videos. Or if you just want to leave some comments answering the questions, that would be awesome too. And we can all learn a little bit more about each other. But this was just a little bit more about me. I feel like even though I do vlogs, the majority of my vlogs, I try to keep writing related. So this is just a little bit more about my life, I guess. Things that I do in my spare time, you know, stuff like that. And those are the questions for this tag. I will leave all the questions in the description down below, as well as Anne's video and the original person who made this tag's video. I will leave both of those in the description down below. So thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you guys all hopefully next week. Bye!